Jim.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
I'm a necromancer soon.
You don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to raise you from the dead. That's right, everyone. You don't
Well,
have to worry about death anymore
well,
because it'll come, and then all you have to do is whatever Bryden says
yeah, that's the
for the
thing.
rest of eternity.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have your soul. Um, so that's the thing. You can't go to heaven or hell. You're stuck in whatever cave that I dwell in as a ghoul. And you know,
And I can't help but think that this is a direct result of Dot coming on the show, right?
yeah,
It's her fault,
yeah, kind
right?
of. Yeah, it was kind of that. And I got that skeleton ring, which you never bought yours, by the way, dickhead. We were gonna get matching skeleton finger rings.
I know. I need to buy the ring.
You need to
I
buy
need to
it.
do a lot of
I
things
don't even
right
know if
now. I
it's
know.
I don't even know if it's still on the site
It's
anymore.
there. It's gonna be fine.
You gotta get it.
I gotta get it.
I'm never drinking on a Wednesday again. I'm too fucking old at this point to do it. Today was awful.
You are very old and very
It's
gay.
dude, you don't have to make a dig at it. I'm telling you that I'm old.
Yes.
Okay? Me being gay is like, assumed.
I mean, yeah.
All right?
Yes. That's why I didn't realize I was insulting you. I mean, it's 2025, Bryden. Come on now.
Yeah, it's 2025. The gays are illegal now.
No, are they?
That's what I keep hearing.
Then why do I keep hearing everything about Milo? What's going on here?
I'm not getting all this Milo news. I've got plenty of Milo in the 60 hours in the last 2 weeks that I've been playing at Baldur's Gate 3. I've got plenty of Milo.
It's crazy how they just made Milo in the video
It's
game.
100% him. Yeah. I mean, and hey, he makes a great rogue vampire guy.
Does. I like Milo. I can't help it.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody does. He's a rascal.
He's a
Real
rascal.
rapscallion grifter. Fucking cannot believe that he's gone this long. With like he's our generation's Roger Stone is what it is. It's just like, how the fuck?
He has a PR company, okay, that specifies that they specialize in shit flinging and
Well,
underhanded tactics, and it's called Tarantula.
that's
Can we just have him be a supervillain? Can we just
he
do
def
that?
he
Him and
definitely
Elon Musk?
he definitely thinks of himself as a fucking supervillain, dude.
Yeah, but can we just give him the resources? At least it'll be fun for
I
a
think
little bit.
I think he has enough resources, to be
Not
honest.
enough.
Do
No,
you
let's give
really
him more. I want to give Milo Yiannopoulos more resources so that we can look, humanity needs an enemy to to band together to fight against, okay? To recognize that we need to work together, in a brotherhood of sorts to take him down.
Democrat? Fucking Democrat come together diversity bullshit.
It's actually, Code Geass,
Yeah,
that
gayus indeed. What the fuck is code gayus?
a gay ass anime that I
Oh,
watched.
let's clear something up real quick. Uh, because
Yeah.
this is weighed heavy on my heart. Everyone knows that I fucking hate anime. All right,
Yep.
but let me list the animes that I like that aren't Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, this is everyone who hates anime, and my husband does this shit too. He hates anime, he hates people who like anime and people
Yeah.
who like anime things, like they
Mhm.
have a plushie or something or like a decal on their car. And then he's like, you wanna watch Jormungand? It's this really cool and like you'll like gunsmith cats. The girls are really cute. You like cute girls. And it's just like,
Both of those are
okay,
gay.
I do like cute girls. Okay, yes.
Clip that.
It's just
No, it's Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star. Uh, for nostalgia's sake, I have like a soft spot for Tenchi Muyo, but that fucking show is retarded. Uh, Paprika is an amazing movie, still one of my favorite just movies ever.
someone recommended that to me.
Oh,
And I
it's crazy. The whole thing is a dream. I mean, not that's not like a spoiler thing. It's like a fucking fever dream. It's all about like dreams and stuff. It's fucking crazy. It's really weird. You should definitely take some acid and watch it. Uh,
Well, I don't just have acid laying around generally.
well, nobody does. You have to go to the acid guy.
I don't know where you get that
The
stuff
ice cream truck.
anymore. Oh my god, you're
Go to the ice cream truck and say,
right. It was here just a minute ago, like, right before we started recording, it finally left the spot it was perched on outside of my house for 30 minutes or
you j-
whatever the hell it was doing out there. I
listen.
just
I'll help you. I'll help you do it. All right. You got to
okay, I
walk
need to
over
go to the
there,
ice cream truck,
go
okay.
to the ice cream truck and say, "What's up, smooth cat? Can you turn me on to some Lucy?"
There you go. Okay, yes. I'm gonna do exactly that.
You should.
And I have various types of hats, okay? I have one that I feel like I mean, it's not a pimp hat, but it's close enough. It's
Why?
not a fedora,
Why do you
but
think you
you
have
know.
to wear a hat for this?
Well, it's just the voice you were making, I thought it suited the
You were picturing a black man, weren't you?
Yep.
It's not a black man. It's a guy from the 70s.
Black man, right? It's like Black Dynamite.
No, it's not. You're a fucking racist.
But it but
That's not a black voice. Hey, smooth cat, can you turn me on to some Lucy? That's not black.
you're right. You're right, that's very true. Okay, you're right, actually. I'm being like, actually,
If I
you're
would
being
have
more racist than me right now. Let's just make that clear because you are implying here that a black man would not be so articulate, aren't you, Bryden?
no, if I would have said, if
You're
I would have
implying that
done,
if you were doing a black impression, it would sound more like what, Bryden? Why
I
don't
would,
we
sup, my man, can you turn me on to some Lucy? All right.
I would say alright. Is that
Yeah.
the difference?
Well, in the 70s, they did. All black guys said, brother man, all right. Give me some
I'm
skin,
gonna
brother
say brother
man.
man. Okay.
God,
I'll
dude, can we?
start with that.
The 70s were a terrible time, apparently. I wasn't there, believe it or not. It was apparently a terrible time. Jimmy Carter and gas lines and all that. Still better than now.
But yeah,
Like,
afros are cool, okay?
afros are still kind of cool on the right guy.
No, not even guys. Okay, no, I want this I don't understand.
Like
Black
Questlove.
women need to embrace their natural hair and like tall, thin black women
Oh,
with
yeah.
like a big old round as hell afro is a fantastic look. That's a great aesthetic. Why why not? Why not embrace your natural hair, ladies? Get a big old fluffy afro.
I was thinking Donna Summers, but then I searched Donna Summers afro and
I was just thinking
yeah.
Beyonce and Austin Powers.
Yeah, search Donna Summers afro. You look like
Oh,
Rick James, bro. That's
yeah,
not good.
that's not quite what I meant. I meant, you like, Beyonce and Austin Powers.
Beyonce was in Austin Powers?
I don't know, maybe I'm getting her mixed up with another black lady, but I think so.
Oh, yeah, she was. God damn, she was young and
Yeah,
whoa,
but that
jeez.
hair,
Yeah, yeah. No, that's great. I get what you're talking about. The hair. I mean, I'm not looking at her fucking breasts. Oh my lord.
it was a
Uh,
it was great costume design overall, I'll say.
yeah, I'm not racist anymore. Um,
Nope. Nope. Halle Berry and Catwoman will do it too.
yeah.
I bet she's
Oh, dude. Nah, as a child, as a young boy, and we've talked about this. Halle
Mhm.
Berry and Swordfish, like just a weird
Yep.
boner next to my dad, where he's like, "This hacker movie's fucking gay, dude. Like, you're a dork." And I'm like, "Yep, sure." hmm The movie
Yep.
starts with a blowjob. It's fucking crazy. It's a terrible movie, dude. Don't go
Yeah.
rewatch it.
I'm not gonna ever watch it.
Oh, you should. You should watch it once. But
No.
before we get started, I did watch Maniac Cop and Maniac Cop 2 until I fell asleep at the end.
Okay. Tell us about it.
It's a Bruce Campbell movie. I cannot believe that there was a Bruce Campbell movie I hadn't seen.
Oh my
And
gosh, I love Bruce Campbell. We've been watching Ash versus Evil Dead lately.
there you go.
I
I,
love that guy. He's
I
so great. He's a great actor.
well, yeah, sure. Let's
He's very charming.
I don't want to get into that about whether or not he's a good or a bad actor, okay? But maybe it was just his choice of roles.
Well, yeah.
Maybe he did
A
it on
smart
purpose.
actor.
Yeah. Uh, but anyway, Maniac Cop, it makes no fucking sense at all. Like
Never seen it.
it's hard to follow, honestly. I tried to get Erica to watch it. She's trying to watch it. It's really kind of hard to follow. Uh, and then there's Maniac Cop 2, which makes even less fuck. I don't want to spoil these movies for anybody, but they also came out in 1988. So,
That's a fair point you're making.
but but I mean, I hadn't seen them, so I don't want to spoil them. In Maniac Cop 2, it ends with, and I missed this, I had to see this later. It ends with it's a Maniac Cop rap. It's a 1980s
Really?
rap song about the Maniac Cop.
Oh, I love that.
And before I went off to
That's, like,
sleep,
my favorite thing. I
dude,
don't understand why I know we can't do it anymore because we have lost earnestness as a society, as a community. There's no more ability to be earnest about these things. But don't you miss that? It's like in Fern Gully, how Robin Williams as a bat has that ridiculous rat about being experimented on in a cage.
that's a children's movie. They still have
Yes,
those.
and it's a terrifying rap, okay?
Ferngully is a great movie. I should watch that again. Uh,
It's a bad movie, actually.
what? Really?
I watched it, what, I would say it's probably 2019 was the last time I watched it.
I gotta. I
It's not great.
that's a shame because I gotta watch Land Before Time and then I gotta watch Ferngully
So
because I
there's
haven't
a
seen those
better
for a while.
there's a Studio Ghibli movie that is, like, way better than Fern Gully that has the same basic concept and
I,
plot
I
if you
honestly,
want.
it's a fucking baby movie, so I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that I'll
Well,
just.
Fern Gully is, like, super baby, that's why it's not as good. At least Studio Ghibli movie is, like, they're going more for, like, family movie, like, parents can tolerate it situation than kid movie.
Is
I
it
don't
really
know.
that bad?
Fern Gully? I
Yeah.
just find it, grating and annoying and heavy-handed and,
Well, it's for babies, so.
yeah.
I mean, the only reason I'd want to watch it is like it's back in my day when we had VHS tapes. You
Yeah.
only had like 10 movies, so you just watch those repeatedly. Although I did try to
Yeah.
watch Aladdin recently and was like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, Aladdin is not one of the good ones. There are a couple good ones, and that's, like, Hunchback of Notre Dame is pretty good. Mulan is great. I like Mulan.
I don't know if I
Mulan is just like a classic Chinese folk tale, though.
sure.
Like, they love that one. Like, that's a the ton of the wuxia I watch, like the Chinese sword and sorcery martial arts crap, is just Mulan remixes. Like, they just really freaking love that story from
Well,
thousands of years ago or whatever.
I mean, aren't all fucking stories are just like the hero's journey bullshit anyway, right? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. So, Chinese, especially well, at least Chinese in particular that I know about, maybe other Asian cultures are like this too. They seem to, yeah, just kind of latch on to their myths and recreate them over and over, which
d-
is fine. We do the same exact thing. Like, how many of our movies are just the Odyssey?
that's yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Like
it's
everything
it's it's
is.
cl- a classic. Yeah.
I'm trying to find. Yeah. Oh my God. Why is everything so fucking gay? Okay, there we go. Why is this on LinkedIn? Fuck. Okay.
Are
Why
you
would this
okay?
be on
Well, I
LinkedIn?
don't know. What are you looking at?
A graphic of the hero's journey. With
Why is that on LinkedIn?
fuck exactly.
What the fuck?
What? I gotta make a LinkedIn account just to go on there and say the fucking N word because I guess they tolerate it.
Do they?
I don't know. They tolerate everything else. People are insane. People are insane. Ted
On
Kaczynski
LinkedIn?
had a couple good points.
Yeah.
It's just the over socialization is fucked. Everybody is always around me talking. Sons of a bitches. Why don't you go and you shit in a bucket next to a tree and you go, fucking check out that tree. I'm hungry. You kill a raccoon. You eat him. You should be so happy to breed. I cannot walk down the street without there being tits everywhere. tits and sugar. That's it. It's just tits and sugar and fucking taxes. God damn it. I hate it.
Yep. So it's terrible.
Why is this on LinkedIn? That was a website for people to like sell useless shit to their business to another business and be like, my software does this.
Yeah.
God, I don't even care what I was talking about before. I was going to read the hero's journey and then it doesn't matter.
It's all just tits and sugar. You're right.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
You gotta write that down for the title.
The
of
title
the
is Tits and Sugar. That's fine.
It's all just
it's-
it's tits and sugar all the way down. There you go.
And they got rid of WordPad in Windows. Why? Why? I use
Oh
it
my
all the
gosh,
time.
because they
Fucking
hate
why?
you? No,
Dude.
it's ridiculous. Why take away programs that were there when I got the computer? Okay, why? It's already there. It was free in the first place. I'm not costing you anything by having this on my computer. I'm not using the like
Technically.
stuff that you need to go online to do. I'm literally just using the software, like cut off the whatever other functions, fine. But I should be able to use the slideshow movie app.
Dude, I mean,
Like,
technically,
why is it gone now? Why?
technically, you are kind of costing them money because they do have to like update it to work with their other fucking updates for the for Windows 11 or whatever. But I mean, that's still
Okay,
it's
well, I
still
don't care.
bullshit. Yeah, I
Point
don't either.
is,
And also, I just
you
noticed.
took something off of my computer. Okay, how about this? I would rather, instead of them literally deleting it off my computer in a forced update that I did not want and went through anyway, I would rather it just stop working someday because it's not supported and
Yep.
it just has an error message that says unsupported, rather than deleting files off my computer.
Well,
I would rather it just stop working.
here's the thing. If they just made it so there's an error message, they would be flooded with tickets of like, why the fuck isn't this working?
I don't care.
I just say keep fucking WordPad because it was a useful goddamn program and there's literally nothing else like it. I looked, and I also noticed they updated Notepad to where I close it out. I don't want to save that. Notepad is for taking some notes. It's a post-it note basically, and you go, okay. Nope. Turns out it just stays there with a bunch of little tabs that I just had to close. Things that I didn't remember what the fuck it was even saying.
Oh yeah.
They took away my WordPad. I can't go anywhere. It's just, listen,
It is very difficult for
my
you to
my
go
dreams,
anywhere.
my dreams didn't come true. And that's fine. All right, that's fine. But why do you have to keep spitting in my fucking face and taking away bit by bit the world that was comfortable to me?
Because they believe you deserve it.
Yeah, I swear to God, it's got to be it. Bill Gates is
think-
not a doctor.
Bill Gates thinks that you deserve to have your face spat in.
I mean, it's just, they are all going to be my fucking bone buddies, dude. And not in a gay Jeffrey Epstein's way.
No, it's
mean
a
it-
little gay. There's no way there's not going to be any gay stuff with your bone buddies.
You can't fuck a skeleton.
Okay, are they none of them zombies?
Some zombies, probably like,
Okay.
And
like, look, necromancers can raise vampires.
I don't know. Vampires aren't real, though.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
You're gonna sit here and tell me vampires aren't real. We have myths about vampires as old as our myths about dragons. And you're telling me the vampires are not real right now.
I think the vampires, in the way that they were written, were just about really annoying people.
I think it's about aliens.
Could be. You could have
I
those.
think it's alien abduction stories. You think about it, so they like gradually draw the life out of the women or whatever until the women become mindless zombies. They get abducted several nights in a row, or they just get visited in their room, all secretly and stuff, and then they turn into zombies slowly, and then they're gone. They just disappear one day. Okay, that's straight up abduction stories. That's what that is. Like they were testing on the women. Okay, they were probing the shit out of her.
Sure.
Okay.
Woman likes a good probe, though.
Well, depends on the woman, I would think.
Yeah.
People have preferences.
Yeah, You know?
But this theoretical woman, I don't think it matters if she likes it or not because she's being brainwashed, okay? So she gets all lethargic, okay? And she's covering up her neck with a scarf and things, and that's because of the bruising from the, straps that they have to use to hold her down when they're doing their testing on her.
You realize, like, half of our audience is pretty turned on right now, right? Like, we gotta move on to other things.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta be careful, okay? That's the thing that, like, women don't understand. You gotta be careful saying stuff like that. Like, if I
It
say
just
it, there's, like, just a one guy who's like, "Nice," and
yeah.
he's like some official at CPAC or something, right? But, like,
Guess to be fair, I was talking about something very rapey.
yeah. Yeah, they love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into our Dear Abby
Sure.
segment then.
Let's do
Surely
that.
that'll be much better. We'll see. Nothing from the kitty guy this week at least, so it should be pretty good.
Good old Crypto Kitty.
I love him, but
I think it's
scares me
hilarious.
a little.
He's hilarious. He's like, I got a girlfriend. I'm like, awesome. Are you gonna stop being a fucking pervert? And he has not stopped being a fucking pervert. So I don't know if he got a real girlfriend or if it's just some lady that talks to him more while he pays her.
Is there look, I'm not judging
I
his
am.
preferences
I am a
with
lot. I told him to
whether there's
stop.
probing or not probing. I'm just mean that I'm not super sure if there's a difference for
Dude, if you're
some people.
no, if he's paying and he's not probing, that's fucking that's what pisses me off. Is he's paying to probe. That's kind of gross. But I think it's strange that I have never fucked a prostitute. Ever. So many guys that I know because comedians just love banging prostitutes.
Yeah, because 'cause they're
Uh
disgusting people,
yeah,
just dirty, disgusting, maggot
degenerate.
scum people. That's why they're so funny.
Degenerates.
Yes.
Maybe that's why I'm not funny. I didn't get like the hooker
You're just not scummy enough.
I didn't get the hooker strength that you get when but yeah,
So
I
this
mean I
is what
never
you have
did.
to do. Oh my gosh, this is how we revive your failed comedy career. You
I had to
screw
cheat on Erica.
hookers, and you have to beat them up too, also. I do a lot of cocaine.
Okay, the only thing in that sentence that I wanna do is cocaine. I'll bet
Sure.
I'll bet my comedy would be great if I had access to unlimited cocaine. I'd have a hell of a year before my fucking, Proctor heart exploded.
I feel like if you were on a lot of cocaine, you would think your comedy is really funny, at least, yes.
That's all that matters, dude. That's all that matters. I mean, that's what I
Dear
always told
Abby.
myself when I bombed. I'm like, "Whatever, I had fun."
Yeah, see,
So
there you go. I tell
bombing's fun.
myself that all the time.
Bombing's fun. I didn't always bomb, but, sometimes, you're just up there and you go, "Ugh, phew, boy, this is going bad." So you have to just lean into it. You have to go, "Well, this is what the set's about now, is me doing bad." And,
Yep.
it's fun. And I haven't done comedy forever, and I might do it, in a couple months when I go over to the Reno. I'm gonna hit some open mics, and that'll
Good.
be terrible. I don't have
We
any
should
fucking
record it.
all my material is old. We're
It's
like, "Yeah,
fine.
gay marriage is
Nobody's heard it.
illegal." You know, like, when are they gonna legalize gay marriage? This President Obama is a real character.
So, just change illegal to legal in the joke, and then change Obama to Trump in the joke, and tell the same jokes.
I think that would make the jokes funnier, actually.
I think it's the way to go. It'd be even
Just
funnier
Donald
if
Trump's a real character.
anyone ever, like, went looking for recordings of your stand-up and, like, compared the 2. Just like, "Wait a second."
Well, I think the people at the show are gonna be really confused because the jokes no longer make sense.
Yeah.
Um, that'll be it's like, this guy's a schizophrenic person. Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
although I never did have any Obama jokes. I only had one gay marriage joke. But, the idea of, Trump saying "brother man" is something I'm going to have to somehow make into a joke in the next 2 months. Um, I don't know how, but I've gotta take Donald Trump and brother man, and there's a route there somehow. I just don't know
Somehow,
what.
you're gonna find it.
I will. I literally will.
You should
Uh,
record it though, and then at least
yeah,
send it
I'll
to
record
me,
it.
even if you don't post it anywhere.
Oh, I'll probably bomb at a fucking shitty open mic that nobody's paying attention, and I'll just we'll put it on the fucking show. I don't give a shit.
Don't.
There's videos of me doing stand up 10 years ago. I don't give a fuck.
We'll
Like,
have to we'll watch it live
yeah.
and react.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, like, wow, I'm slurring my words a lot. That was day three of this fucking trip.
Just reviewing your own performance
Yeah, I
can
don't
be
give a shit.
very awkward.
Also, you know how bad fucking like recording things are for that type of fucking environment? In all specials, everything, they mic the fucking audience for a reason. It sounds so much worse than it is every time. It's crazy. It's not just me. Look it up. And I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
should
yeah.
just know about how microphones work by now, Abby. You really should. You've been doing this a long time.
I'm sorry.
Do,
I'm trying my best. I am trying. Okay, look, we're doing Dear
do the
Abby.
show. Do the
Stop
show.
criticizing
Do
me.
the show. Do the show. I can't believe I
Dear
gotta delete this
Abby,
picture. Donna Summers looks just like Rick James in this. I can't do it. It's gonna bug me the whole time she's pointing at
you're
me.
so racist.
She what? Her hair does, not her face. She's a beautiful lady.
She's a beautiful lady. That was not good hair for her.
Not the most flattering picture of her either. I mean, but the hair is Rick James' hair. It was pretty bad. But in that time, all black people just kind of had that same haircut.
Yeah, it's like poofier, but same thing Michael Jackson had for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like in 2005 when in like the scene kids, all the boys and girls had the same fucking haircuts.
Yeah, all of them except for me because I was just like, I don't know. I cut my own hair and I didn't know how to do
Oh,
that.
we all no, no, no.
Like
We
yeah.
we all cut our own hair too, or at least we said it on our MySpace. But typically, everybody was friends with a girl going to fucking beauty school, so that's who. And girls would love to cut my hair. It was great. They loved to do the hair and dye it, and like all that. It was no, it was just that was we were the influence of butt rock on scene kids was massive, and we did not give it enough credit at the time.
What is that? Butt rock?
Butt rock is like the big haired shit, like Twisted Sister and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, I didn't understand the hair thing at the time. So, cause I had friends. Okay, my guy friends in high school were metalheads. They were
mm.
listening to Iron Maiden, and the girls in the group were scene girls who were listening to Kings of Leon or
Yeah.
whatever the hell. And they all had the hair, and so they didn't listen to the same music, but I listened to the same. I didn't listen to Iron Maiden or Kings of Leon. And I don't know. It was all very confusing to me, like where the hair came from.
You
I
know
don't know. I didn't. It just happened one day. Everyone had the hair.
You know the craziest fucking part, I just looked it up to make sure I was right, but, I'm like 99% sure. I saw fucking Kings of Leon at a very small menu in, like,
Oh, okay.
the early 2000s. They were pretty funny, and no one really cared about their music that much.
No,
It
probably
was in
not.
Kentucky, but they went on to, like, play the fucking Super Bowl and shit. Like,
They were all over the radio and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it must have just been, like, just before they fucking broke or something, I don't know. Because I guess they're a British band, which I don't remember that being a thing. No, they're from Tennessee. How the fuck so, like, 2003 yeah, first albums and critical recognition, 2003 to 2006. I probably saw them in, like, 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
So, this must have been, like, right before they got big.
Yeah. Because by the time I got to high school, they were already like on the radio and stuff.
Yeah, because I hadn't heard of them, but I was also a super cool guy that was only into really terrible music.
Dude,
Um,
I was super cool because I only listened to freaking I liked My Chemical Romance, and I liked Evanescence, and I liked a couple of the bands that the metalhead guys liked. Nobody was listening to Black Sabbath and Pink Floyd but me, though. Nobody in that school cared about what I cared about.
I didn't start listening to Pink Floyd till I was probably like 21. I was into the
I
Beatles in
just
middle
listened to
school, but
it was my uncle's fault because like we would smoke weed and listen to music or drive a car around or whatever the hell we were doing, and it's just like he was just showing me what he liked when he was a teenager. Like
that's
just some boomer music. I just liked boomer music. I don't know.
I got into psychedelic rock for like a phase for like a few years, like 13th Floor Elevators and uh, was it Country Joe and the Fish and like that whole thing, the Doors and all that. Got into that big phase when I was like 21 to 23, probably.
Mhm.
I just remember playing Eve Online a lot, listening to a bunch of psychedelic rock. I had hair down to my fucking shoulders, and I played drums briefly in a band that my roommate and my roommate's girlfriend and I started that we never played a single show. It was called the Peter
Of
Pan
course.
Complex, which is a pretty fucking great, band name. Uh, it was
Yeah.
guitar, viola, and my drums.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like a folk psychedelic rock thing.
That sounds horrible. There's
Oh,
no way
yeah.
that's good.
No, and the drums were electronic drums too. It was an electronic drum set.
Yeah, very folksy.
I don't know. It was fun. Those were the days. But, back when it was just like you get a paycheck and you just spend it all immediately. You're like, well, my bills are covered and I have pot. So I guess I'll go wash dishes again. And then you go, this will just be my life. And I feel like I had more free time back then. I was working 40 hours a week, but I feel like I had more free time back then.
Well, you probably didn't spend quite so much time crying and whining to everyone around you about how you're gonna kill yourself, and that probably
Oh, no, I
takes
did.
up a
I did.
good 4 hours of your day every day right now.
Do you think that I'm not doing other stuff while I'm doing that?
No, I mean, I'm sure you are, but it must be exhausting.
You know what's really exhausting? Life, okay? I was thinking about this today too, and we really gotta do the show, but I was thinking about this
Yeah, I'm
today too.
trying.
Yeah, I was thinking about this today too. I get a lot of shit on the not as much as it could be, but a lot of shit from some of the people on the fucking Twitter about being a goddamn nihilist. Do you think I wanna be a fucking nihilist? No, it's philosophical cancer. I wasn't a nihilist until I fucking started studying philosophy and reading all these books, and then I go, "Yeah, I quit. I give up."
Yeah,
And nothing
this
fucking
is
I don't know.
why nobody should get into philosophy. It's most
Yeah.
likely going to make you gay or suicidal.
Well,
That's the only 2 options.
it's really not. Most philosophy's fucking bullshit from people that believe in things.
Gay, I said.
Yeah, some of them probably I mean, Kierkegaard kinda gives me fag vibes, honestly, but he's one of the greats. Also hard to read, so old. Uh,
Okay, let's get into our Dear Abbeys.
yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. We haven't done any in a while, really. Not very many.
Oh, I know of one, Dear Abby.
Okay, go
So
ahead
you
and
better
read it.
fucking read it.
Do it.
You better read it because now I have to find it. You better read it. This is our
Okay,
friend.
Dear Abby, how do I poop bananas? You eat bananas.
That's not what I was thinking about at all. I don't know anything about
Dear
that.
Abby, how do I not go crazy over these girls and hit a lick, ruining everything? Just stop caring.
Wait, what does any of that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what these people are saying.
You should
These
be a
young
nihilist.
kids.
You should be a nihilist.
How long has this been going on? 2 years, right?
Almost 3.
Almost 3. Almost
Yeah,
3 years. That's
almost
so
3.
long. Yeah.
And what
Thanks
do you
for
mean?
that.
The episode count is right there.
I don't know.
Do you know how many
They're doing a
weeks?
bad job.
Do you know how many weeks there are in a year? That many. That many weeks is how long it's been going on. It's once a week.
Dear Abby, was Octodad always into very large women?
There you go.
Octodad has never in his life been into large women.
And
He would
that's
prefer me to be as thin as possible, which is why when I said, honey, if I lose any more weight, it will be unhealthy. And he said, will it though? So you guys can call me fat all you want. And you guys can think you're exacerbating my anorexia all you want. But 1 month I was in grief. It was so bad that I lost 16 pounds. And I said, honey, I think I'm anorexic. And he said, but isn't that a good thing? I thought you wanted to lose weight.
I don't think you should say that on the podcast.
These are jokes. He's being silly. Calm down, Bryden.
I don't know because one day you're gonna die and I'm gonna have to replace you with Roscoe.
He's anorexic too. Have you seen that man? he needs
Yeah,
to gain weight too.
he's trying. He's trying. He's out there.
You're gonna lose us both the same way.
I don't know why he just doesn't do what I do and just eat Taco Bell and drink beer. You will gain
I
weight.
think he does.
He might. That I
I
swear to
think
God,
he's just a freak of
if
nature.
that bastard eats Taco Bell as much as nobody eats Taco Bell as much
Oh,
as
he
I do.
probably doesn't eat Taco Bell that much but his wife cooks for him.
That's
Like,
different.
surely he's eating big old plates of food.
That's different. That's not the same.
It is different. You're right, it is different.
Taco Bell is vastly superior to anything that some woman can make.
Okay.
It's just true. It's not an insult. It's just true. I mean,
Taco Bell?
yes, it's the supreme food. It's better than steak. And they have steak there. It's better than lobster. It's better than beef fucking Wellington.
Okay, yeah. So,
Shrimps. Oh, I have
if
some
Bryden ever
scallops.
has literally any opinion on food, you can disregard it completely.
No, that's not true. My opinion is Taco Bell is the best goddamn restaurant of any caliber that there is in the planet at all. If there was one thing I would want to bring to Mars on Elon Musk's gay little death
It's Taco
mission,
Bell.
it's fucking Taco Bell.
Yep.
We will take the recipes with us. We will expand through the universe. And the thing that the
A
aliens will
Taco Bell
like,
on every livable planet.
yes. And if we meet aliens and they go, you guys are dumb as shit. You couldn't even find us. And when we go, this is the cheesy gordita crunch. They're gonna
Yeah.
go, whoa, fuck. All right, keep these guys alive.
Well, and then you just go live Moss and walk away all
Mhm.
cool.
And you do the Spock thing too. You go live
Yeah.
Moss and prosper, dude. Live
I'm a
Moss and
sucker
prosper.
for stuff like that in a sci-fi show, by the way. Like a lot of sci-fi movies and shows will like not want to acknowledge other franchises or whatever because that would be a little too meta, a little too silly. Stargate constantly is just like constantly doing homages and playing uh sorry, I'm playing into that stuff. So, like, you'll just have them, like, okay, they accidentally got sent back in time through the Stargate because of some solar flare hitting while they were going through, right? So they don't usually go back in time in the show, right?
Okay.
Anyway, they go back to the '60s, and they're running around and just, like, telling people Star Wars shit when they're asked questions, like I don't know.
That's
Just
funny.
like it's just like, what do you do? Because one of the guys, because they're being weirdos, okay? They're trying to figure out how to get back to their own time. And so these guys are like, "You're aliens, right?" And they're just like, "Yeah." And just starts saying, I just love it. I don't know. It was a very funny episode for me. I don't know why I was rambling about that.
Sci-fi sucks. Horror is the
I
way to
think
go.
it's cute.
I
Okay.
think
Well, if
that
you say so. I've
one day we should, and I'll give you time to prepare,
okay.
and I need time to prepare as well. We should
Okay.
go blow for blow, fucking sci-fi versus horror. But I guess we'd have to do like what, like 3 movies probably each, and there's got to be
No,
movies.
we can't do that. I'm not a movies person.
Well, we can't. I mean, I can't just fucking watch all of Stargate,
I
bro.
know. That's the problem. We just can't do that. Go blow for blow, movie for movie when I just not there are very few movies that I feel like couldn't have been better if they were 30 minutes longer and had a little bit more substance to them, you know?
Yeah, but every horror
And then
series sucks.
every series is gonna have like filler crap that wasn't any good in it, yes, but
No, but
overall it's
think of okay, like I mean, I guess okay, it could be like Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, um, uh, Twilight Zone, the original.
well, we can't go back and forth doing TV shows because that's too much content.
That's what I
Like,
was
that's
saying,
not
which
gonna
is why I
happen, yeah.
said movie.
Yeah,
And
I'm just saying we can't do the thing because
that
I don't know
sucks.
good sci-fi movies. I'm just not a movie person, so I would just be picking sci-fi movies that I kind of enjoyed but don't have any passion for. I wouldn't even feel like defending myself on
Oh.
my choices.
I've been trying to be a movie guy since like Joker came out. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but like I just watch the horror movies though, because you really gotta fucking watch some of these horror movies.
I just don't I don't know. I don't think I get as much out of it.
What about The Substance? Came out recently. It was nominated for Oscars. It was
I don't
fine.
know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was okay. It had Demi Moore and some significantly hotter lady in it, and that was the plot of the movie. You still gotta watch at least Heretic. Heretic is the best movie I saw last year, hands down. Nosferatu you can skip, it's fucking gay.
Well, I've seen Nosferatu before.
The remake, not the original.
Not the remake. Only seen the original, but I
Oh,
don't really
y
feel the need to watch the remake.
it's I don't know, the vampire is the guy from Pennywise or from, It,
Mhm.
and, he's
I
Pennywise the
guess
clown.
s
It's gay,
the
it sucked. He hangs dong in it.
well, there's that I don't like that. Nobody wants that.
It's fucking
Nobody ever
hammer, dude.
wants that.
It's a fucking hammer.
Like, the only people who will ever appreciate that in a movie are gay men.
I mean, I didn't appreciate
That's
it. I
it.
could have done without it.
Well, that's true. So even gay men sometimes don't appreciate it. So why is it in so many things right now? All shows and movies seem to have it. I don't wanna watch anything that's come out in the past 5 years, 10
I
years.
don't think I've watched anything that
It's
hangs dong.
everywhere. It's like Schindler's List every day.
I don't think I've seen anything besides Nosferatu, and I didn't even notice it until it was pointed out because it's kinda shrouded in shadow. I was just told he hangs dong, and then I went back and looked, I was like, "Holy shit, he does."
You're not looking hard enough.
I don't know, maybe I'm just not looking for dong. I'm wondering if there's actually dong there. It's just like, this is your, like, you know, 22 or whatever, and there's just dong everywhere. And it turned out you wrote all these movies.
I'm just hallucinating it everywhere.
There's dong everywhere you see, that's you.
I'll tell you, there's nothing that makes me feel like it's possible I could be crazy more than the way that my husband just tends to assume I'm not serious about anything. Like, he just assumes things are bits.
Sure, that's a problem. I have that problem, but I mean, usually I've never. Yeah, I came home today. The first thing I said to Erica was, "You remember when you said that the my pillow was a bad pillow, and then you tried mine and it was a good pillow? How you doing?"
Yeah. Okay, I do have another well, it's not even a Dear Abby, really. It's,
A dear flabby.
let's see, where's the start of it? Give me 1 minute.
It's
Okay.
I
Dear Abby.
I gotta clean my
What?
screens. I got
Yeah.
dust on them.
Well, it's not really important right now.
Well, it is to me. I mean, it's just as
I
important
know.
as it's just as entertaining as whatever the fuck you're doing, looking for
Okay,
shit.
well, I'm gonna read a Dear Abby. That's what
Screen
I'm doing,
status,
okay?
everybody. Check your screens. Are they covered
It's
in
all
dust?
dusty. They're dusty. Every freaking electronic everywhere is dusty because the dust is just I hate dust. Dust is the bane of my existence. It
That's
coats everything.
that's the bane of your existence is dust.
Dust.
What a fucking dull ass life. Lucky.
Dust.
Mine's taxes. And I feel like everybody's feeling that right now. I paid my taxes in
Yeah.
January though, because I like to get things out of the way, you motherfuckers. I pay my bills early. I pay them in advance. And you know what? If there was a way I could just pay my taxes 5 years in advance, I'd do it. Because they're just gonna take it from me anyway. I try to say,
Real
I try to
niggas
give
get
them
an
extra.
extension.
Dude, I know you don't want an extension. They charge interest on that or on your shit if you do a payment plan.
We had to 1 year because there was, like, some document that we didn't get in time or something, so we had to file for an extension and pay in, like, October like, by October or something. I was like, "Oh god."
They may
It's
not
just a
get
weird situation.
they may not charge interest on the extension thing. That might be different than the payment plans. You set up an IRS payment plan, they charge you fucking interest on that, which is goddamn insane. But, you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
that
never
is
had to do it.
insane.
I've never had to do any of that because one, I always pay my shit, and then two, I just never made that much goddamn money that I've been like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, I'm totally fucked."
Well,
Uh,
I've had kids and stuff
yeah, so
for
they give you a
quite
tax.
a while
They're
now,
already
so they
cut.
just give us money back. So
That's
really,
I,
it's just getting it filed.
dude. I hear on the radio. They're just like, they're like, yeah, you could get your tax return. Who is getting these tax returns? Who is getting more
People with
money?
kids. People with kids get tax returns, and it's gonna be yeah, all growing up, even my mom would get, like, $1,000 in tax season.
It's
It's not
for
like she had, like, good jobs.
years. I mean, I used to get a tax return. That was a crazy thing when I was a young man, and then I also like didn't file my taxes for 3 years and I had to go back and do it, and you know, 'Cause that's never a good idea, by the way. Don't just not pay your taxes for 2, 3
No,
years.
they'll come eventually. Oh my gosh, my uncle didn't pay for, like, 10 years or something like that, and they still eventually got him, and they wanted it all back, and
Well,
he had to
they
take
did
out some loans,
they
like
di they didn't come after me. I was just, after a while, I was like, "I should file my taxes." So
Yeah,
I had to
it's
do
good
it.
that you
It
did
was a
it before they
hassle.
noticed. If you
Yeah.
do it before they notice, you're not in so much trouble, I think.
It was a hassle. But yeah, I don't know who's getting these fucking tax returns because it's like to me that's fucking I haven't gotten one for fucking years because they go, you know what they do? They go, thanks for all the money, faggot, that we took throughout the whole year, but it was not enough for us. So we're gonna
Yeah.
need you to give us more money. And everyone is walking around buying fucking Gucci bags and Louis Vuitton and shit at the mall, and then I'm going, well, I guess I didn't need that video game. I'll fucking abstain
Well, you
from
don't have
Taco
any
Bell.
dependents or a house.
No, it's dependence on if I fucking want to pay him or not, and I feel like I gotta stop.
Nobody wants to. Okay, let me read this. Dear Abby, it has been a long time since I've done this bit. I'm not the asshole. I'm not the asshole. Here we go. How I made a woman troon before being a troon was a thing. It was the late 2000s.
Okay, there were
Story
definitely
time,
cross
apparently.
dressers and trannies back then, but they just called themselves something different.
Transsexuals.
Yeah, yeah, I think they call themselves that. I'm just a
In
sweet
fact,
transvestite.
there was a famous movie, perhaps you remember from before that
Yeah,
even.
from trans. Actually, that's another thing about Asterion is he clearly channels a bit of the Frankenfurter
He
a lot.
does a
Yeah.
little bit, yes.
I haven't, watched any of the whole things, but apparently a lot of the cast, vocal cast out there are going out there and fucking playing D&D in front of audiences,
Oh.
and dude, I would love to see that shit.
I don't
Uh,
know. I don't think I would care that much, but it's cute.
well, it's fun, they're playing the characters from the game.
That is cute.
I like it. I mean, whatever, I just like Dungeons& and Dragons, nobody wants to play with
Me
me.
too.
No one wants to
I
play
have
with me.
offered, I'm just not gonna run a game, so somebody else has to do that.
Someone else DM because it's not fun for me if I have to do it. Well, it is fun. I'm just gonna get way too involved, and
Yeah, we're just sitting here asking other people to do work for us. Like that never works in our favor. Nobody wants to do work for us.
that's true. They don't clip shit.
They don't help us. They don't care about us.
I mean, to be fair, we are 47 minutes into the podcast and have not done it.
I'm trying my best. We answered some Dear Abbeys. I'm reading a story. I dated a girl in middle school. She was a gross theater kid that had her period on stage. It was gross.
Damn. Damn, dude. Wait. Wait.
It's the sort of thing that
None of this matters. How did you know? Did she say, like, was it modest and she came back and was like, oh my God, I had my period. Somebody
I
give me a
would
tampon.
imagine
Or
that
did it
she
run down her
like
leg like Carrie?
I would imagine she, like, turned around and there was a spot on her pants, which is
She has
like
to kill herself. Or at
th
least change
yes,
schools.
that is so mortifying that I
That's it.
guarantee you, I would still be thinking about it to this day. Like, I'd be, dozing off to sleep, just almost there, and I would go, "Oh my god," like, at night. If that happened to me, yeah.
Which
It
I mean, like, listen, that is horrifying, especially, I mean, Jesus, if you're in fucking high school. Um,
No, middle school, that's even
oh,
worse.
that's even worse. You're
By high
still
school, people have matured at least slightly.
because I like even if that happened to fully grown adults, uh, that would be hilarious to me. But also, I think, well, bitches have periods. That's fine because it's really
It
not that big
wouldn't
of a deal.
be anything. A woman would just be like, "Hey, by the way, I got a pad if you need it," and that'd be the end of it. It'd be whatever, but
Yeah, uh,
like, "Hey,
and
maybe we could get you like a jacket to tie around your waist." Like that would be it.
of course, then
Done.
I'd yell. I'd have to yell out from the crowd. They didn't have those back then. It's Les Miserables. I'm like, they used "Hey, you bitch."
She wouldn't even be allowed to leave the house this week. Like, where's her hut? Just
That's just it's just Jews that did that.
oh no.
You're not allowed to say that. No, what they do, the truth, you lib cuck, you maggot, fascist.
It's just us in different parts of the crowd
running around,
yelling at each other.
running around seat to seat in an otherwise empty theater at a community center.
Yeah.
It is really good that we're not neighbors.
Yeah. Honestly, I was thinking because we're gonna be going to a thing next week. By the way, everyone, I won't be here next week. Bryden's gonna get another co-host or something.
Yeah.
Um,
Or it might
but
be a
I
backup. We'll see. I'll figure something out. I'm kind of
but
thinking new episode.
we're meeting up with some of my husband's friends and spending time with them to do it, right? And I was thinking, like, what if some of my friends came? Like, I should, that would be cool, right? That I literally was thinking, like, what if Bryden came? And I was
I'd be
like,
fun.
no,
I'd be fun. People like me.
I would have a great time.
They would all
My
still like me.
husband's friend group
They'd like me.
would be embarrassed.
Yeah, they'd all like me. I am extremely sociable. People like
I
me.
know, it would be fine.
Okay, people like me.
I'm picturing you and I doing the bit we were
You
just
and
talking
I
about
in a
in
little
the
toy
situation.
shop. Spend something with the money we got. Something.
You don't even know the song you're
I
trying to
don't.
sing.
99 red balloons go by. '99 Luftballons.
It
That's a
was
great
gross,
song.
but this was middle school, so what does dating even mean? I called her
Finger
on the
banging.
phone to break up with her for
Wait,
having her period
that
on
rules.
stage.
No, that's what you should do, fellas. If a lady has her period, you break up with her. You go, you're not pregnant, bitch. Is my sperm not good enough for you?
You don't want babies, Bryden? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I just hate women more than I have any other morals.
Yeah, I know.
I hate
You're a
women.
despicable person.
I also don't like people that are different than me.
Everyone is different than you, Bryden.
Yeah, I don't like that. They should stop. Why don't you just fall in line, not have your periods, and be a skeleton, dumbass?
I called her on the phone to break up with her and said, "Hey, I think your skinnier blonde best friend Brittany is cuter," and that should
Bullshit!
have been the end of it.
Holy shit! Not only did you like break up with her, which you could have done more tactfully, you really could. You had to go. By the way, gross period girl, your friend is so much hotter than you, and she is skinnier. So
Dude,
definitely
you have
develop
no
a
idea.
fucking eating disorder.
This is the life of a middle school
Oh,
girl.
I'm sure.
It was insane. Like, I had a
It's
crush on this
awful.
boy, okay?
So
And
sad.
he was so below my league. It's crazy. But I don't know, he just
Hold
was
on.
oblivious.
Wait,
Look,
we're
okay, no.
wait,
I'm telling you right now,
was he? Because like how? Because
we were like 12, so does it matter?
okay, I
But
guess.
he was fat, I was not.
Okay,
Let's go with that,
then okay,
okay?
that's fine as long as we're clearing
But
it
he
up.
was so funny. He was funny and silly, and we would banter back and forth and stuff. Anyway, I think eventually he figured out that I was flirting with him a little bit, and after we're
Yeah,
12. We're 12 years old,
sure.
right?
Big
And one day
news.
he just comes up to me in the hallway and he just goes, it was like the last week of school that year, or something, or like the
Oh, he
last of the
busted the curtain.
semester, so there
Yeah,
was a break, and he's just like, it's like he literally just like someone had told him that morning and then told me that they told him. So I
yeah.
know he had just found out,
Abby
right?
likes you. Yeah,
And he comes up to me and he's like, huh, I could have had you anytime I want. He like flips
nice.
his hair and walks away. And I'm just standing there like, what the fuck?
Damn, dude. Damn, that guy's awesome. He's probably a CEO now.
Yeah, 2 days later, he asked me out. You know what I said? "No!"
Yeah, that's not the move, bro.
Look, that's what you do when I reject you. That's not what you do to get me. Like, what do you do?
he
Anyway,
he got confused. Yeah, he definitely.
boys in middle school just want to hurt you because they still think that pulling pigtails is how you get a girl. So they will sit there and abuse you in ways that you could call the police on them for later in life if that was your husband. And for no reason.
Here,
They like you. That's
here,
why they're doing it.
here's the thing though.
What?
Pulling pigtails still works into adulthood. I'm sorry, it just does.
You gotta
You
be
gotta
a
do it right.
certain guy and do it the right way and not just be hateful. Like, there's a
I
way.
Dude, I swear to God, the greatest way to get in with a group of girls back in the day when I was attractive and skinny and fucking, not just the pre-necromancer, proto-necromancer that I am today, this ghoulish figure. Um, you go up to a group of girls at a bar and you hold your arms out and you go, sluts. And
Yeah,
they would
'cause
hate you,
that's not the
but
same
one would
thing.
laugh. One
That's
would
not
laugh.
I
And you
understand.
go,
You've told
ladies,
this
I'm just
story
kidding.
many times. You have one tactic, that and the cocaine. You have 2 tactics.
Now another one was the money clip. That was always
You're
always
right, the
carry a
money you're
money
right. So you
clip
have 3 tactics. Okay. So
and wearing
you're
a suit can't
describing
hurt.
the true. Okay,
And
yes. Now you just sound
if you
like a
don't
boomer.
if you don't have a suit, then being really punk rock and cool and being in a band
That
can't hurt. All right.
doesn't hurt. You're
Listen,
right.
and
Okay.
having a lot
But
of MySpace
Bryden,
followers can't hurt.
yes, but what you're describing, what I was
Friends.
trying to
They were
say here
friends then. They were friends. We were
is that
friends back then.
your cute little teasing joke is not quite what we're talking about here. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go up and pee on them. You got to be like Johnny Knoxville to do that in his heyday. I mean, now we can't do that.
Yeah. There was this one boy in before it was like in 5th grade or something. I can't even remember. I think I probably told this story before, but he was like dating. Oh no, no, no. Okay, another boy. Because I have told this story. I'm talking
Ha,
about how cool boys are in middle school. A
multiple
different boy.
boys.
He
Slut.
dated all of my friends, and one day was
Stud.
like, "Eventually, I'll get to you."
Damn, dude. Your middle school boys were the coolest dudes in the whole world.
But it's like, I found out later that he was, like, hopelessly in love with me, and when I moved and he found out, he cried. So, like,
Oh no.
all these boys were being really horrible and cruel to me because I had crushes on them, and then I would find out 2 days later or 2 years later that they did it because they were in love with me. Like, middle school was a wild time,
I
dude.
I'm really hoping that our new $25, which shout out to you. I don't know if you want me to say your name or not, so I'm not. Uh
Yeah.
Subscriber is a boy that is hopelessly in love with you that went to school with you in middle school. That would
Oh
be the
god, if
best.
that ever happened. Okay, as long as it's not the guy who told me his life goals were
To be a
to open a
necromancer.
tattoo
Oh,
parlor and to marry me, and then he moved not long after. I
hopefully
didn't have a
he
crush on him before that day, but that day made me have a crush on him, and then he was fucking gone, Biden. He was gone.
hopefully
So as long as it's not him, because I will kill him. I
hopefully
will find him
hopefully he went on to open a tattoo parlor. And then
with
because like
some
right
other girl, I'm
yeah,
sure.
it is, but like
Some other trollop.
it
My replacement. She's probably blonde too and looks
it's
like a bird.
she does a she does a podcast and the like right now it's just we cut to him and he's just doing like a heart tattoo on somebody and just writing Abby on it and looking off into the rainy window and
Yes.
he doesn't know that the podcast is here.
He has no idea.
I think it would be
If that's
funny.
you on the Patreon, fuck you.
I think it would be funny if anybody that I ever went to school with found the fucking show. Like some people I used to know like in my 20s have like found my YouTube channel and occasionally will show up or whatever. Uh so I don't know, like Derek Mormon. Big shout out to him. Hello, he's cool. He stops by like once every 3 years. Checking on how I'm doing. Last time he just said nice beard and then left. Which it might have been ironic because it wasn't a very good
That's
beard. You know.
true love.
Yeah, he was great. He was the coolest.
He's your soulmate, like your friend's soulmate.
I don't know. I think he has like a kid now, and he's like also 40. So, like,
That's unacceptable.
yeah,
Yeah.
he used to wear like he used to be really into Depeche Mode, and he had
Mm. Oh god. Okay, never mind.
no, he was awesome. He was the best. But yeah, it would be great if any of those people that I went to school with or whatever, they're like, I wonder what that Bryden Proctor guy's up to these days, and I'm like. I don't know. I sent a tweet today that I'm still mad at Mike Dolan for getting the Rat King instead of me and the Nutcracker playing like a third grade. I think about that probably once a year. I sent a tweet about it
Oh
today.
no. Yep. No,
Dude,
dude, no, speaking of which, I got a duet in a school play, okay? And there was gonna be hundreds of tickets were sold for this night, right? And I was excited. I was pumped. I got a duet, right? And my friend, my best friend, quotes here, air quotes, best friend was like, "Ah, Abby, I know you're excited and all, but everyone's real sick of you acting so stuck up about getting the part." And I'm like,
Oh,
bitch, I beat her out is why she was mad.
were you though? Were you acting stuck up a little bit? Probably.
No, I was just literally just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be next Friday and it's gonna be great." And like, she just needed to knock me down a peg because she didn't get the duet. Okay? I still remember that, bitch.
Well, this is why you can't hack it in entertainment because everyone's like that. Go try being around comedians. They're the worst people in the entire world.
She should have been excited for me.
Nobody's excited for you. That is real life. No one's excited for your accomplishments. You know who would be excited for you? You know who would be?
Who
Me.
who
Just
would be?
me. Just
Just you.
me.
You're the only one who cares. You're the only one I have.
Let's
Are you
not
trying to,
go.
like, gaslight me and isolate me from people? What are we doing here?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot who I was talking to. That's just what I do to people.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm talking to a woman mode.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know. I was trying to sell you something. I really don't know what I kind of got lost in my character. Um,
All right, we'll call this girl Lindsay. Several years later, I saw Lindsay working out at my local gym. She was looking good.
and
I
then she
asked her
had a
out and
period.
oh, no. And he's into that now. It took a few years. She was looking good. I asked her out and things went okay. She was part of the high school Aggie club and tried to get me
What?
hazed.
Wait. What is an Aggie Club?
I don't know.
Okay, so the next time you send some fucking cool story about periods, you gotta tell me what any of. You can't use slang because now I assume you're some type of a South African man or Australian. It sounds Australian. You'd be like,
I was
I
gonna say
went to the
Australian.
Aggie. I don't know what the fuck
Is it
that
the
is.
agricultural club? Is it like
Like
the
4-H or whatever.
yeah,
I mean, maybe that's the
I
closest
would
thing. So we're
I
gonna
don't
have
know.
to assume that it's that, or it's a club where you have
Horses.
periods.
It could be a
No,
period club.
it wouldn't.
Menstruation.
It wouldn't be called Aggie Club if it was horses, because then it would be called an equestrian club.
Well,
Or
yeah, I don't know what okay, who cares? Who cares? Okay,
I
she's
care.
being stupid and gay. That's what she's doing.
With the woman or the person who wrote this?
No, no, that's what the club is.
Oh, it's a gay institution.
Yes.
Aggie.
Um, it tried to get me hazed, and I evaded that bullshit because it is gay, but that's a story for another day.
Well,
Then why
it's
did you
right.
mention it?
Yeah, I don't know. Write in again and tell me what Aggie means, because that's gonna be my whole focus the whole time. I'm still stuck on
Regard
the Aggie thing.
Yeah, I wanna know know because that would help with the mental image here and, like, what this woman's about, you know?
I'm
And,
picturing
like, how
her
is he getting hazed?
I'm picturing her, like, doing squats with big weights and white, like, spandex and has period.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not even in the story. That was just the way I imagined it. Like, it's what makes me so
No,
mad about
yeah.
books, you know? It's like, I was like, that's not the way he was thinking of it when he wrote it. Like,
The way you're
Legolas
imagining it, you mean?
yeah, like, Legolas
Yeah.
in the he doesn't Lord of the Rings sucks shit, by the way. Legolas doesn't fucking look like he does in the until there was the movie, because now we all picture him like that. We were all picturing different guys, different blonde
Oh,
elves.
yeah. Well, the worst too is I used to have this big problem where I would get, like, a first impression of a character, and then it would describe
They
them,
cha
but
yeah.
my first impression would stick, so it's like and just the rest of the book, I'm just stuck with it, and I've totally forgotten, and then it'll bring up, like, oh, his blue eyes or something, and I'll be like, "Wait a second.
No, he
He's
doesn't.
not a black man with an afro?
Yeah, right.
What is this? This is not a hairy, smelly, oily Greek man? Like,
Eh,
what?"
I mean, I don't know, I guess that's kind of the joy of stories, I guess, but,
Yeah.
whatever. Lord of the Rings sucks shit. Come at me, you fucking dweeb faggots.
Regardless, she was angry at me over winter break because I was distant. I was literally on my PC downloading SNES ROMs. Bitches won't get it.
Wait, I guess, okay,
SNES.
oh, SNES, not
SNES.
sniz.
SNES.
Sniz
SNES.
is pussy,
SNES.
dude.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, sniz means pussy. I was getting some
I said
sniz.
SNES. That's
That's
different.
so close to sniz. It's SNES. SNES, I get. SNES ROMs, okay. Sniz ROMs, I'm like, that's pussy or drugs. I don't know what the fuck that is.
This is porn.
Yeah, it's a good name for porn.
I go out to her a Christmas present. You're illiterate.
Yeah,
That's your first problem,
you should
dear,
you
writer.
should become a necromancer or a nihilist. Either one. A lot of N words over here. You're an N word. That's what I'm saying.
Y
Not the one you're
and the
thinking.
bitch the bitch messages me on AIM saying, "Oh, are you getting me a present for the relationship we don't have?
Oh,
Fuck
goddamn.
that. Go
What?
fuck yourself."
That's not what you
So
say to a gift. She spit in a
no,
gift
but
horse's
that's
mouth.
okay, yeah, she did spit well, no, he probably would ignore that if she did spit in the gift horse's mouth.
I'm the spitter. I'm never the spitty. I don't want to be the spitty, but
You're
I've done the spitting.
never done either.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not. Okay, look, we're moving on
Bitches
from
love
this.
it when you spit in their
So
mouths. She spit in face. She spit in face. She spit in face.
because I feel awkward and uncomfortable, but also no, it's never happened. So
Yeah, you're a liar, dude. Wait, you're calling your
it's
husband a
why
pussy.
why
You're
would
calling
I
your husband a
not?
pussy. You're
No,
calling your
wait,
husband a
no,
pussy.
stop. Oh shit.
Bitches love it.
We break up and she starts to get into LGBT bullshit.
Nice,
Eventually,
dude.
like
Threesomes.
like any mentally ill wait, what?
Yeah, dude. She's now
Oh,
into
because
that.
she's bi. Okay.
Yeah, now because she's like quote unquote bi or whatever, because she's 20-year-old bi girl. Dude, threesomes. You'd be like, oh, I'm so open and progressive, and that's cool. Why don't you show me what all that's about? Here's my money clip. I'm
I feel
waiting.
like it, yeah.
You can use my tie.
Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine like sending Erica out to pick up a girl on her own?
Can
She could
I?
probably do it.
I have imagined a lot.
Oh, yes.
She's not. That's not her thing. But
Just saying the comedy of the tempting to
yeah, yeah. Ah,
pick
that's
up a.
yeah, that's so funny and not hot at all. That is gross, right? Gross, dude.
I'm starting to realize that I should never be in charge of like a female like comedy movie script because it would just not go well for
It just be
us.
lesbians.
Nobody would be laughing. It would just be a very popular movie, it sounds
Hey,
like.
gay guys are funny because it's like, come on, you
Because it's
know?
gross.
Yeah, that's what. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
women find it very attractive. Some do, but it's like, it's not like the
The
masculine
ones
men.
that do is because it's gross, though.
Like
Those are weirdos.
the like two feminine men kissing each other, like the scene boys or whatever. Like, the ladies are like that. But
That's
like
hot.
the funniest thing, because they look like ladies.
Because they
Uh,
look like ladies.
the
It's very hot.
like the funniest thing is like
Androgyny.
the gay guys over at Venice Beach, like holding
Yeah.
hands. That's hilarious because it's
It does look silly.
yeah,
It looks weird.
because that much masculine energy being gay is just super funny. Lesbians, it's like when feminists do these protests with their tits out. It's like, what you're not offending anyone by having your tits out. You're
Well, they're
not.
wearing makeup too. I don't know if you noticed this last one, but they're always
Looking
got
hot,
eyeliner
trying to
on.
be.
You
Do they
know,
really? I'm glad
just a
you.
little bit, not enough. Like the sort of the levels of makeup that a woman would notice. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
I mean, it's hilarious that you think that you have to have a superpower to notice these levels of makeup when their tits are right there. That's all I'm looking at is they're marching around. They got even the ugly ones. I don't give a shit. They got swastikas on their tits and the Ukrainian flag and all that. I'm like, great protest, ladies. They didn't change my
yeah, it
mind at
never
all.
seemed to be smart.
Why did
No,
they
it
think
doesn't.
that's which is different because like if a man takes his wiener out and walks, we're like, he's serious. He's, you know,
We have to arrest him now.
yeah, I
Like,
mean,
yeah.
if he puts a swastika on his dick and walks down the fucking street, we're like, this guy's fucking serious. He's bucking the system pretty hard. All right, we can't
Yeah.
have this.
Deal with him now. Rubber bullets, water hose, take him down.
You have to, dude. He's a renegade. He's too much.
The women are just kind of allowed to do it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't. I
Also,
just don't get it.
it's always so freaking feminist stuff that exploits women sexually.
Oh, yeah.
Always seems a little silly to me.
Yep.
Like, you know what you're doing there. That's the least feminist thing I've
They
seen
they
today.
don't they literally don't because philosophy's not for women. It's just not for women. They can't think beyond like the third thing that's gonna fucking happen. So they don't get it, and they're stuck in their own little bubbles, and they go, "Well, this is an expression of what you think taking off your bra is like bucking the system." We would all prefer that you were topless all the time. Like I
Yeah.
just what that's not who are you fighting? It just doesn't make I've never understood it. Even fucking Putin, that bastard. You know, when there's this some feminist Russian ran over and put her tits in his face. It's just him giving the thumbs up. That's how we all feel.
Yeah.
You're not fighting men by taking your top off. You're fighting men by putting on a burqa. Honestly, if we can't even see your toes,
Yeah, either extreme is not fighting men.
no, I think the burqa fights men more. More. They're all terrible ideas. There's no way, ladies, there's no way that you can fight men. We will win every time. This is the natural order. We will win
I
every
wish
time.
we weren't
We allow
fighting.
you to fucking live. That's it. You
It's true.
go,
No, that is the hard truth of it all, and, it's depressing.
it's depressing for me too. I'd love to kill all these women, but other men are stopping me and stuff.
They're not gonna let you.
I don't even want to kill women. I just want to make them into zombie skeletons. Is that so much to
Bryden.
ask?
Yes, it is a lot to ask.
Babe, so many of these women's lives would be so much better living in a cave as
Some
a
of them, yes.
skeleton.
Okay, so look. Okay, so say you go
The
and get
fat
like
bitches, the fat
homeless
bitches.
teenagers off the streets of LA, you are probably giving them a better life than what exists in those rape tunnels, right? Like I do agree with that.
I'm not even thinking of them. I'm thinking more. See, this is why women are terrible. I'm thinking more in like a pragmatic way, right? All these
Okay.
fat girls with these fucking eating disorders and stuff. Ladies, you could come to my cave and become a skeleton.
You could become a skeleton.
You'll be so thin.
You just have to add, oh my goodness. You have to make a Twitter account on Twits and advertise. You're gonna have an army in no time. Oh my gosh.
See, this is good thing. What necromancy is missing these days is marketing and social media. There's
Yes.
not one necromancer with a social media account.
No, they're literally the anorexics are literally they talk about how they want to become skeletons, like, constantly. They say they want to be skeletons, and they're, like, skin and bones, and, like, showing off their ribs and stuff.
Okay, we 100% have to quit the podcast and write a web series about a modern day necromancer and how he raises his army. That's an original idea. No one's ever done that. And luckily, nobody's going to steal this idea because one, nobody listens to the podcast. And two, it's retarded.
I think it's a great idea,
I
actually.
love it. I will buy all of the props. I'll be the necromancer. I look
Let me tell you right
necromancer-ish.
now, a necromancer that preys on women with body image issues
Yes.
to make them into skeletons sounds like the premise for a Korean rom-com on Netflix. That's what it sounds like right now. It would
That's
be this whole, like, anti-bullying show about how, like, these poor girls are so tortured because they were chubby and they just, society wants them to be skinny, and this evil necromancer guy comes in, but the necromancer secretly falls in love with one of the girls, you
well,
see,
a necromancer
okay?
can no longer feel love or
Okay.
hate.
Then I'm telling you
He only
what would happen in
exists.
the Korean rom-com.
Let me Google something. Does a necromancer have to be evil? Because I think evil. I'm not sure. Could a necromancer be good? A necromancer can absolutely be quote unquote good, but lawful depends on society's rules and laws, as well as the traditions in place, especially of how they respect and honor their dead. So, paladins, obviously, that would be a great problem with my plan.
Okay.
Like paladins, if they fucking, which I would imagine would just be like the Pope might come and try to fight me or whatever. But he's
Yeah,
basically dead.
The Pope can't do no,
He's
no, no.
basically dead. But then think of all the, like the clerics and the clergy and stuff. They might come and try to get me.
They're all old now. Back in the early days of the church, it wasn't a bunch of white-haired fat men, but these days
Necromancy is one of those things that's been codified as evil because that's the typical fantasy archetype. But this isn't fantasy. This is the real world. We're talking about real world necromancy.
Right.
So I'm just going to trick a bunch of anorexic women into a cave, and then I'll
You don't
probably
think
get
this
bored.
is
I'll get bored.
evil?
No, I think it's, I might, with the way my faces go, I will probably get rather bored in about a month.
Okay.
Like the
But then
DJ,
do
I
they
don't,
get can you turn them back?
ah,
I
did
guess
we
you
want
could
them
turn them
back?
back into a
Yeah, I
corpse.
mean, do we want them back? Like
No,
that's
we don't.
they were on the verge of death anyway. I don't even have to kill them. I just have to be like, stop eating, and then they die in my cave. I bring them back. Your soul is mine, like Shang Tsung. Your soul is mine. That
I
type of
feel like
thing.
they chose it themselves in that case.
See, and that justifies the manipulation.
I agree.
What if I just started an anorexia camp and let nature take its course, and then I have an army?
I mean, if you're going to become a necromancer, it's
I am.
probably the best plan.
I think this is good. I mean, the original plan was hikers, Then you got a
No, but this
murder.
is way easier. Girls will come in from all over the world for this.
Damn, pretty hot for a week.
Yeah. If you
All
like
right.
skeletons, be hot for a lot longer.
No, I gotta be this. They gotta be skeletons. They're gonna be they gotta be skeletons.
Well, yeah.
So, a skeleton already halfway there. This is fantastic. This is good ideas. Okay, finish this out, and then we can do,
Yeah.
the show will be done.
We break up and she starts to get into LGBT bullshit. Eventually, like any mentally ill person, she's convinced herself she was a man born in the wrong body over 5 years.
That's always hilarious to me when they go, I'm a man. I was born instead of just a lesbian, because it's like you wouldn't survive being treated like a man ever. Like it's the world is different as a man. It's different as a woman too. I mean, you got your own, negatives and positives, right? But there's this documentary everybody likes to talk to, of that lady who was like pretending to be a man and she fucking killed herself. It's the emotional void that is being a man, is something that I don't think women could ever fucking truly experience. No one get literally, if
Yeah,
somebody
sure.
pisses off the
I've found
president, if
these
somebody pisses
converse
off the
yeah.
president, not anymore because I'm old, but I would be expected in my younger days to just go die. You go, there you go. Well, you got to do it. Women and children first on the lifeboats, all of that. We're just expecting
That
it.
was literally only the Titanic.
Sure.
And that's
But
because almost always the men would run to the lifeboats and women and children would die in much, much higher percentages. And that
and it's a great
specific
rule.
incident on the Titanic, the Lusitania, by the way, had completely opposite numbers because they did not do it.
And it's a
That
great
was a
listen.
literally one instance that happened in.
Sure.
Just to point that out for everyone listening because it's an often repeated thing.
It's just seriously a silly example. It's a
It is,
good
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a
I just
good
like
rule.
to point out when people are using bad examples so
It's
that
a
they could use better examples in the future.
no, I'm still gonna use it, dumbass. It's a
But
good
it's
example.
false.
It's a good rule to have.
But it
Women and children
wasn't a
first.
rule. The point is that it was literally the one time it was an exception to the rule. That was the one time that the rule was ever used.
This is why women are so bad at basically everything. It's
No,
a
that's a
good
good I'm
it's a
making a
good
good point. That was
You're
the
not listening.
one time,
You're
and
not
now it's become like a shorthand for a whole concept.
but you're not listening. People
I
still
understand what you're saying,
Jesus
and there is
Christ.
literally absolutely no way for us to have this conversation because guess what? I could say the exact same things.
People still do use that rule for like any crisis situation. All right. That's whether or not, any of that fucking matter. That's what people do. Men have been conditioned to it's women and children first. That's what you're supposed to do. You're taught your whole life, especially if you have, good parents. Uh, but even if you don't, that let's say there's a fire in a theater, right? And it goes, but you can't shout fire in a crowded theater. You literally can. You're allowed. So, but we use that as an example sometimes, Abby. All right. Uh, Men have been conditioned to say women and children first. That's what you do in a crisis. That's what you're supposed to do. And not everybody does it because, like George
Most people
Costanza.
don't.
I wouldn't say most. I would say most men would. Literally, most guys do that. I would do that, and
I
I'm not
know
even a
that's what
good
you
person.
think because you're a man and you haven't experienced from the other point of view, hearing your whole life that that is the case, but never having experienced it be the case. You
Have
know
you
what I
considered
mean?
that maybe you're so ugly that people don't wanna help you in a crisis?
Potentially, but what does that have to do with when I was a child? Do ugly children not get included too? Like, I don't know.
To be
Like, you
fair,
like, all
if
the
it's
arguments you're making are based solely on the male perspective, and that's
well,
why
it can
it
only
like
be that. It can only
I
be
know,
that.
I
Yeah.
understand. That's what I'm saying about that's why I was saying this conversation is always completely unproductive for us, and it's kinda fun to have sometimes. I like having it sometimes, but it does end up just being talking past each other because it's like, I mean, you could say all that, and, like,
Well, I at least
that's
give
not how
I
it works in reality,
You're
actually.
crazy. You're fucking
No.
crazy. But I always, at least because I'm a man who understands conversations, and debate, I always give concessions. I'm like, okay, I cannot possibly understand it from the female perspective. And
Mhm.
that's because I can't possibly be that fucking retarded.
Yes,
Like
because you can't possibly be this retarded.
I just can't. I try.
It's a lack of empathy is what it is.
I think I'm fucking literally so empathetic. It's crazy. It's crazy. It drives me nuts. I'm a bad salesman because I'm so fucking empathetic.
You have literally never called yourself a bad salesman before. Where is this coming from?
I could be a better salesman.
I've never heard that before. This is new. This is a new level of
It drives
humility. This is
it
a
drives me
momentous occasion.
it drives me up the wall the things that I could accomplish if I only wasn't such an empathetic person.
If you weren't just so sweet and loving and
I am.
kind.
I'm a sweet kind
Yes.
baby boy with nothing but love in my heart. I
Yep,
went to a
yep.
church. I had to go to a church today, to do some sales stuff, and that's the first time in my life that it was like some weird Protestant bullshit. But the way that some of these people looked at me, I was like, okay, either I'm visiting a cult or they can see the demon in me. I'm not sure, but like I wasn't sure. They just kind of like occasionally. It wasn't like in a bad thing. It was just bizarre. It was like they were. It was like they were wearing a mask. And I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know. That's just how it felt. And I was like, this might be a cult.
Wait, okay, so you were at a church looking at people and thinking it's like they're wearing masks, but they're their real faces.
Yeah, it was just the way their eyes, like the eye contact.
Okay.
It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, seriously, I've been in sales for over a decade. I talk to
Yeah.
people, I can get a read on people pretty well.
These were definitely reptilians in human skin suits, right?
I mean, it kind of felt like that, but it also, because both situations were running through my mind, it might have been that, like, this is somehow hallowed ground in this strange Protestant, looks like a coffee house ass fucking church, with IMAX everywhere and shit.
Yeah.
And it's a weird situation. I don't want to give too much away because they're probably fine people, but they might have just been able to see the demon in me. They might have been
They
a,
can't. They're Protestants. They can't see the demon in you.
yeah, I mean, because I was like, I was telling you, I was telling you, I'm
Protestants
like,
don't even think demons are real. Like, they barely even believe in a faith. But come on now.
they're just, they were looking at me and kind of like, this guy's a necromancer, dude. Like, I don't, so I don't know. But
That's what it was.
we're at 123, so are we ready
Yeah.
to fucking almost wrap this motherfucker up? So we
Um,
got a whole nother fucking
okay, we're
episode.
gonna finish this story on the Patreon episode.
Yeah, I hope you hope you got $1, brokies.
Thank you everyone for listening. You can go on Twitter. It's podcast H2H for Bryden and
Nope,
Octo Abby. No,
that's just the podcast.
that's just the podcast for
I
the
represent
podcast.
the podcast.
Yeah, I don't like that
Let's
is
read
what
one
you
of
seem
my
to be doing.
let's see one of my tweets really quick.
Also, me all caps quote tweeting you, calling you a hoe and a bitch every day, and it's my own show. That doesn't really work for me, actually.
This represents the podcast.
Okay,
Going to
yeah.
start calling scallops disc lobster. I thought that was underappreciated. That's a good one.
Yep. It's great. I mean, it's an accurate tweet. Patreon.com/ here to help podcast, everybody. Thank you all for listening and have a great week. Secure in the knowledge that we are with you and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help. Goodbye.